Previously on Wealth Gambit.
Overall, we're still very bullish on this company and the potential it has. As you can see, a BOXABL Casita doesn't come without its fair share of logistical issues. There's still quite a few things to consider when you're planning to buy one, but that doesn't mean that BOXABL isn't a great deal. It is, in our opinion, a more cost and energy efficient way of having your own home without the headache of building your own home or buying one outright. Upfront fees may be a little scary, but when you compare that to putting all your capital into financing and paying a 30-year mortgage, it's not too bad.
We just gave you a list of pros and cons of the $50,000 casita and told you that this company is out there trying to solve exploding housing prices. Boxabl is an innovative company attempting to disrupt the housing market, which, by the way, is a $1 trillion market. The interesting thing, though, is that not all houses are on land. We saw this interesting photo of what seemed to be a BOXABL casita, but on the water, or a BOXABL houseboat. In today's video, we'll discuss whether or not the BOXABL houseboat exists, or if it's just a product of your
imagination.
Who in their right minds would want to live on the water? Glad you asked. Back in 2012, the US Census Bureau said that about 108,542 US households either live on the road or on the water. Some people are using sailboats, while others are using houseboats, which are usually powered by motors. Living on the road or on the water sounds like a fun way to live, so it's no surprise that some people want to try this unique lifestyle. If you're tired of living in one place and want to make the world your home instead, make sure to watch until the end of the video. For you BOXABL investors out there who want to know if BOXABL just expanded their already massive total addressable market with this new product line, also stick around until the end of the video. We got you covered. Disclaimer: we are not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. By the way, ladies and gents, for those of you who have been asking in the comments, we have officially closed our Patreon and are unfortunately not taking on any new Patreons at the moment. And we also don't know when we'll be opening it back up, so as soon as we have a definite date, we will be sure to let you all know. Without further ado, let's get right on into it. There has been growing potential in the floating home industry. According to the US News, the north of San Francisco has about 400 floating homes. In Seattle, a record number of 39 floating homes were sold in 2021. Before you completely dismiss the idea of living on water, check this out. Comment down below if you'd live in this floating home. But for the $1 million question, how much does it cost to own a floating home or houseboat? The average price of a houseboat is between 250,000 to 450,000 pounds. That's an estimate from the UK, but in the US alone, a brand new custom built houseboat can run you up a whopping $299,000, which is pretty close to the average price of a traditional home, which is around $392,000. These prices seem pretty high, which means that there is definitely room for disrupting. And BOXABL's middle name is actually Disrupting. BOXABL disrupting Tiramani, to be exact.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the $50,000 casita from BOXABL, which is a prefab home you should be able to easily afford.
With growing concerns about the changing landscape of the planet, architects and engineers alike are beginning to focus on an emerging housing trend: homes that float. Even BOXABL has created a concept to turn your casita into a floating paradise. That's right, you can wake up to waterfront views every day, take off on adventures, go fishing whenever you like, or make new friends, all from the comfort of your own home. Here's how it works. You can attach your BOXABL casita to 2 specially designed BOXABL pontoons and instantly convert your home into a luxury houseboat. You'll still have all the BOXABL features you love, like the 9-foot ceilings, huge windows, full kitchen and bathroom, the ability to expand by stacking 2 BOXABLs, and in addition, you'll have solar panels and a rooftop deck to enjoy the whole view. You can buy a boat slip to dock your home, or enjoy year-round coastal cruises. And since Boxables are portable, if you find a piece of land you love, you'll be able to add your home right to it. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments if you would want to live in a Boxable houseboat. Thanks for watching and have fun today.
Being Boxabls' first ever produced 375 square foot casita, it constantly stays the talk of the town for having a full-size kitchen, bathroom, and living area that comes with all the basic home appliances you could ever need and the best of insulation technology and LED lighting. It comes in handy and you can set it up in just an hour. Compare this to how long it takes to build a house, which often takes 6 months to 9 months to sometimes even a year or more depending on how big the house is. Now, can you turn your Boxable casita into a houseboat? Or is that just a load of boat ship?
You can attach your Boxable casita to 2 specially designed Boxable pontoons and instantly convert your home into a luxury houseboat. You'll still have all the Boxable features you love, like the 9-foot ceilings, huge windows, full kitchen and bathroom, the ability to expand by stacking 2 Boxables, and in addition, you'll have solar panels and a rooftop deck to enjoy the whole view.
At the moment, this remains just a potential project. Boxable is currently focused on their #1 top goal, that's to be a global mass producer of upscale and low-cost housing. Boxable is still in the process of scaling production for their Boxable casita, but we wouldn't say this is totally out of the question for the future. Also, we can definitely see other companies make cases for your Boxable casita like companies make cases for your iPhone, but instead of a case, it's a boat platform for you to put your Boxable casita on and instantly turn it into a houseboat, because there's definitely a market for it, even though it isn't necessarily the largest market at the moment. Right now, Boxable's working on producing 6 casitas per day at its first production facility. If it's smooth sailing, then they should be able to construct 400 boxes in the first year. If you do the math, the 400 boxes would be a whopping $20 million of revenue, but of course, that depends on how many of the customers are paying in cash, while some will probably pay in installments. Whether or not Boxable enters the floating home arena is between the Tiramanis and the big man upstairs, and of course the boat home god. Only time can tell. What do we think? What we do think is possible is that third parties could make platforms you could hook your Boxable casita up to instantly turn it into a houseboat. Wouldn't that be cool? Also, shouts out to PAOLO Tiramani, aka the CEO of Boxable, who actually sent us an invitation in the comment section of one of our videos for a visit to the factory. We actually live in Las Vegas but are currently in Bali, Indonesia, but next time we're back in Vegas, we'll definitely check it out. Have you ever wondered what the additional costs are that may come with owning a houseboat? Well, you need to prepare additional money for both safety certificates, insurance, mooring fees, council tax, fuel, and heating, and a couple other miscellaneous expenses on the side. Maybe in the future, they can make this baby run on solar though. That would be awesome. But at least we all know that it's just a portion of what you pay when you live in a traditional house. While a casita houseboat sounds like a good idea for both customers and potential investors like us, at this point, Boxable hasn't released any official plans just yet to disrupt this floating house industry, although it definitely would be cool. The global prefabricated housing market is ready for disruption. No one is leading this billion, potentially trillion-dollar market just yet, at least at the moment. Boxable is definitely eyeing the throne though, and they are a lot further ahead than the rest of the competition. One main advantage that they have is the first mover's advantage. When asked if Boxable could still lessen the cost of creating it, Galiano Tiramani, aka Boxable's founder, said, "We have a clear roadmap to reducing costs, and I'm very excited about it. I can't go into details, but I think the next gen of the product will put us in an incredible position. If you're interested in buying some Boxable shares in the near future, comment down below whatever floats your Boxable houseboat so we know who's interested." Shouts out to all the people who are in the SoFi trenches with us, who commented on our previous videos. Also, a special shout out to everyone in our Patreon community. You guys truly help to make these videos possible, and we really do appreciate all the support. Shouts out to Arthur Magazu, Wei Chu, Pietro Serra, Daniel Corbett, Mr. Welfare, Casey Patel, Jeff Sherman, Gregory Villar, Bo Park, Denzel, Shonda, Reginald Davis, Les Broadway, Christian Cardelphi, Kevin Bofrand, and Jay Bowen. We really appreciate all the support. That wraps it up for today's video, guys. Please smash that like button if you got any value from this video whatsoever. Will you buy Boxable shares when it goes public, or are you more interested in buying a casita and turning it into a houseboat? Until next time, peace.